Okay, we're in Demai Perek Zayin, Mishnah Aleph. Before we begin, there we go. I want to dedicate this learning to the memory of my father, Harav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Okay, to learn this Mishnah, we need to learn two concepts, two ideas. The first concept in the Mishnah is the idea of sharecropping. Okay, so there were two types of sharecropping. One was, so obviously the best thing you could do was to have land and work it. But sometimes, very often, a person owned land, but he couldn't work it or didn't want to work it, on the one hand. And another person didn't have land, but he wanted to work it. So therefore, obviously, they developed different types of sharecropping arrangements. One is called an aris. An aris is a person who agrees to work the land for a percentage. He's going to pay the balabait, whatever the percentage is, 20%, 40%, whatever the going rate and his willingness to pay is. He pays the balabait a certain percentage from the produce in order for the right to work the field. So in a sense, they're kind of partners. On the other hand, the next kind of sharecropper is a choker. A choker, mishalem schum mesuyam, he agrees to, he's really renting the field for a certain amount of bushels, a certain amount of money. It really doesn't matter. Okay? He's paying for a certain amount. And we're going to see that there are different ramifications. The ramifications vis-a-vis the chaver, who's the sharecropper in this situation. I.e., the question is, I'm an aris, and my field owner is a balabayit, is an amaret. So therefore, whatever I'm going to do, I'm immediately going to take off trumot and masot. But the amaret is not going to take off trumot and masot. In the percentage that I pay him, do I have to first take off trumot and masot? Do I take it off for him? That's the topic of our Mishnah. Says the Mishnah, Hamekabel sadeh mi Yisrael, min anochi umin hakuti. Okay, if I have a makabel. Kabel is another word for an aris. I agree. I'm a kablan. I agree to work the field for a percentage, either from Israel, from Nachri umin akuti. Yechalek lifneim, i.e., you should divide up. You divide up. He gets 20%. I get 80%. He gets 30%. I get 70%. You divide it up before them, and you don't have to take off trumot ma'asot. So mina nachri, we understand. Mina akuti min Israel. Why would that be? I.e., don't we care that they should take that, especially from the Yisrael, that he should take off Trumot and Ma'asra? So says the Bartanura, you don't have to take off Ma'aser. You leave them the percentage that's not Me'usar. The rabbis did not require him to take off Ma'asrot of the owner of the field. He should give him his amount. Why? Yishuv Eretz Yisrael, because of Yishuv Eretz Yisrael, if they required, what could have happened is the balabayit, especially or the kuti, or the nachri, if the owner said, if the guy said, listen, I have to take off trumot and masot, the nachri would say, okay, take off trumot and masot, that's fine, but I'm not paying for it. Take it out of your own money. So the kablan, the person who is using the field, the sharecropping the field, would lose a lot of money. So therefore, people would refrain from working the fields. So Chazal, they legislated as kula in the halacha in order to encourage people to rent out the fields, in order to encourage Yishuv Eretz Yisrael that the fields should be planted. Next case, hachoker sadeh misra. Now this is not a sharecropping arrangement of percentages, but now we're back to our case of choker. He's paying a certain amount, a specific amount, 50 bushels, 100 bushels, $7,000, whatever it is. He's choker sadeh misra. Usually they paid in produce. In this case, Torem v'notem lo. He has to take off truma before he gives it to the balabait. Why? The rule is Torem v'notem lo dechol choker al menat kein yored l'sadeh sheitenu chakiruto miparot hagdolim b'shel b'sadeh b'tivlam. The idea is the choker will give tevel, but ein lahashot truma. We don't leave truma. De'ef shal hagarench de'aker elim kein truma. There's a rule that they would never allow the removal of fruit from the goren, from the storehouse, unless truma was taken off. So he doesn't have to take off masrot, and obviously there's a problem with trumat maser, but there was an accepted rule that they would not allow the distribution of produce unless the truma was taken off. Therefore, terem ve'lotein lo. But it's very interesting. Umistaver, the Bartanura says, the menakelo truma mechakirato, i.e., the poor sharecropper doesn't have to lose the money. Rather, if I promised you 50 bushels, and two of those bushels are truma, I only have to give you 48. I don't have to give you the full 50. It's the obligation of the owner to give off truma anyway. So therefore, why should the sharecropper have to pay that money? He should have to take a loss. Amar Rabbi Yehuda, Eimatai, Rabbi Yehuda, Eimatai, when is it true that he doesn't have to take off Masod and only Truma? If he's paying from the produce that he grew in the field, from that field, that species, and therefore it's part of the sharecropping arrangement, then he only has to take off Trumot. If he gives him either he grew another species, another kind of grain, another whatever in this field, or from a totally different field, then he not only has to take off Trumot, it's like he's paying back a loan. So you can't give produce that's not mitukan from all the Trumot and all the Masrot. Therefore, he has to take off Trumot and Masrot and then give it to the original owner. And the assumption of the Mefarshim is, in this case, similarly, he has to, the assumption is that he also has to take off Parea Me'otah Sarem. Therefore, he also takes it off of the Demai Schirato, of the Schar Schirato. Why? Because the guy the owner of the field, has no intention of getting Perot Tfulim. He knows that's the deal, that if I'm getting you paid back, I have to pay you back from produce that it was already me'usar. Okay, if you have any comments or questions, as always, you can feel free to contact me at arspolter@gmail.com. Have a great day.